Hello there. So I went into Michael's yesterday, which, if you don't know, is like the dream palace for artists. You end up walking out with maybe 1 or 2 items and an empty bank account. So it's a wonderful place. It just costs a lot of money. And I went in there with the sole intention of buying professional standard only art supplies for this particular video. So basically everything that I bought, the canvas, the brushes, the paint, the gesso, the varnish, everything was professional standard, not student standard, not mediocre standard. This is all top quality stuff. So instead of buying the cheaper, thinner quality canvases here, no, I spent $22 on a canvas because it was the professional level canvas. None of it was on sale and they didn't have their 40% off coupons. This is $22, so I'm really happy about that. I spent almost $20 on 3 paintbrushes, which is totally fine with me. That, you know, the inner me that uses only cheap Walmart brushes is definitely dying inside. And instead of picking up the Liquitex Basics gesso that I could have bought for about $5 cheaper, I ended up buying the Liquitex Professional gesso. I bought golden paint. I did ask on my Instagram to what I should be using, and the consensus was either Liquitex Heavy Body Paint or the Golden Artists Heavy Body Paint. So I went with golden because I've never used anything but the iridescent paint before and I love it. So that's what I've got for this. And the Liquitex Professional varnish as well, which was again more expensive than their basic stuff, but it's got to be professional for this video. Jokes aside though, I'm actually really excited to use this stuff because I don't normally use professional quality stuff. I'm usually using like the cheap stuff, bad stuff, or somewhat unusable stuff. The thing is, I don't tend to use professional standard stuff very often because usually I'm either not selling my pieces or I'm making pieces for a video. So I just thought it would be fun for once to be able to make a full professional quality piece that's not going to yellow or just fade over time. So yeah, that's what the plan is today, and I hope you enjoy the video. If it looks like I'm recording a tutorial, it's probably because I actually am. I have a Patreon page where for $5 a month I post tutorials and things. And this is no different. I'm actually later on going to be uploading a feature length. It's not exactly feature length, Chloe. A full length tutorial and tip trick type video, behind the scenes, if you will, video to my Patreon later on. So I will leave a link to that in the description if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about this. I'll also be sending out prints to my patrons as well. I'm going to be selling this piece. It's the Titanic, if you can't tell by now, and I know a lot of people love the Titanic, so I'll be selling prints of it in the description, and I'm going to be selling the original as well, so I will leave a link to that in the description. This is just being very promotional at the moment, isn't it? I apologise for that. Basically, I've been wanting to try out professional art supplies for a very long time. I do have professional art supplies, but I've never done a full piece with everything being professional before, so I thought it would be a good challenge, and I love this stuff. I'm not gonna lie. The golden paint is amazing. I didn't have to layer it more than once, which I do with obviously the cheaper products. I think the gesso really helped with that as well. Layering that on really did help with avoiding that kind of texture you get when you have to keep laying up the paint because you can see the white of the canvas behind with the texture. This completely did not have that issue whatsoever, and I just thoroughly enjoyed using it. The canvas itself, I've actually used a canvas like that in the past, but a smaller piece, I think it was my Tangled piece I did on one of the professional canvases, but I absolutely love them, and they're so just high quality. I think in the future I'd probably stretch my own canvases because it's a cheaper option, but for now I just needed something that was quick and easy to buy. Now the Titanic, I have had an obsession with this since I was very small. Not even about the film, it's just the story of it in general. I mean, I love the film as well, but I always had this thing for the story, and the film just makes it all the more, plays into my obsession, and I've just always had this thing for it. Fun fact, I actually went on a cruise from Southampton to New York when I was much younger, taking basically the same path that the Titanic took, and I wanted to take the massive Titanic book that I had with me on the trip, and my mum told me that I should not do that because it might have been bad luck. So I was just really excited, and I remember every day thinking, oh, are we sailing over the Titanic right now, the ruins of the Titanic? More than likely not, because it wasn't the exact path, but it was just Southampton to New York. Oh my gosh, this is really, I was a weird child. But yeah, that's why I decided to paint this piece. The YouTube Artist Collective theme for this piece, which is what it's for, was for World in a Bottle. Now, originally I was thinking, well, to do sort of literally a physical world in a bottle, but I thought, you know what, I want to do a Titanic, because at the time, the Titanic was the biggest ship in the entire world, and it was a world all onto itself. It had everything. It was a floating world in itself, basically. So I thought it would be fun to kind of put it into a bottle. And overall, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I would like to give a shout out to Hello Alice though, because she really helped me. I was struggling with the neck of the bottle because I didn't have a reference whatsoever for the bottle. So it was entirely from imagination trying to get this right. And I could not get the sort of angle of the neck of the bottle right, but she really helped me. So thank you, Alice. I appreciate your help. So yes, this is the piece. Overall, I'm really happy with it. I loved the supplies I used. Without a doubt, I can use them in the future because I have so much of it left. The bottle isn't perfect. I think I'm going to work on it a little bit later, but I'm overall pretty happy with how it turned out. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what supplies you've used that are professional. I really liked the whole piece. I was able to use some professional supplies instead of bits and bobs like normal. Yeah, so I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Also, be sure to check out the other members of the YouTube Artist Collective. They're all amazing artists, and I'll leave links to their channels in the description. Thank you again. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video.